Good morning! It's August 5th, and this is your daily brief in science. Here's everything you need to know. Researchers have made a significant breakthrough in understanding sea-star wasting disease, or SSWD, identifying the causative agent as a strain of the bacterium Vibrio-pectennicida. This disease has devastated sea star populations across over 20 species from Alaska to Mexico. Since the onset of the epidemic in 2013, the sunflower sea star has seen a staggering 90% population decline in just 5 years, leading to severe ecological repercussions. The disease manifests through lesions and the loss of arms in sea stars, contributing to their critical endangerment and the collapse of kelp forests, which are vital marine ecosystems. The research, published in the journal Nature Ecology and Evolution, involved collaboration among scientists from the University of British Columbia, the Hakai Institute, and the University of Washington. Lead author Dr. Melanie Prentice expressed optimism that this discovery will enhance management and mitigation strategies for SSWD, including the development of diagnostic testing to identify disease-free areas for potential sea star reintroduction. The findings also highlight the potential role of climate change in exacerbating marine disease outbreaks, as increased water temperatures may contribute to the virulence of Vibrio pectennicida. Despite identifying the bacterium as the cause, uncertainties remain regarding the transmission methods of the disease and the potential for sea stars to recover, which may depend on environmental factors. The collapse of sunflower sea star populations has led to an explosion in sea urchin numbers, further threatening kelp forests that provide habitat for various marine species. In response to the crisis, captive breeding programs initiated by institutions like the California Academy of Sciences aim to reintroduce sunflower sea stars, offering cautious optimism for ecosystem restoration. Local initiatives, such as the Sonoma-Mendocino Kelp Recovery Plan, are mobilizing scientists and stakeholders to implement restoration efforts, including removing excess sea urchins to aid kelp recovery. The symptoms of SSWD, including contorted arms and tissue melting, underscore the urgent need for proactive conservation measures to protect these keystone species and maintain coastal ecosystems. Synchron has achieved a groundbreaking milestone by demonstrating the first-ever thought-controlled iPad experience using Apple's brain-computer interface protocol, marking a significant advancement in assistive technology. This innovative system employs a stentrode implant that is minimally invasive, inserted via blood vessels to detect neural signals linked to motor intentions. These signals are then wirelessly transmitted to external devices, allowing users to interact with technology through thought alone. A notable example is Mark Jackson, a 65-year-old man with ALS who has successfully utilized Synchron's BC1 to engage in various activities such as playing computer games, texting, and shopping online. This technology has significantly enhanced his independence, allowing him to communicate and interact with the world in new ways. Synchron's progress has been supported by substantial financial backing, including investments from Gates Frontier and Bezos Expeditions, alongside initial grants from DARPA. Since 2019, the company has been conducting human trials and is preparing for larger-scale studies following a $75 million funding round in 2022, which has brought its total funding to $145 million. The company is actively pursuing FDA regulatory approval through the Class 3 medical device pathway, having completed pivotal clinical trials that help build trust with healthcare providers and insurers. Looking ahead, Synchron is gearing up for a pivotal trial in 2026 to collect the data necessary for FDA approval, demonstrating that the benefits of the device outweigh its risks. Dr. Tom Oxley, CEO of Synchron, described this development as a significant technical breakthrough in human-computer interaction, suggesting that cognitive input could become a standard control method. The system utilizes Apple's Switch Control Accessibility feature, enabling closed-loop communication for real-time adjustments, enhancing user control through neural signals. Synchron plans to launch its product with clinical trial participants using Apple devices in late 2025, with a focus on user-friendly design and accessibility. The potential applications of this technology extend beyond communication, offering new opportunities in education, rehabilitation, and remote work in virtual environments. The increase in early-stage colorectal cancer diagnoses among adults aged 45 to 49 is concerning. Cases have risen from 9.4 per 100,000 in 2019 to 17.5 per 100,000 in 2022, reflecting a 50% relative increase between 2021 and 2022. In response to this alarming trend, the American Cancer Society updated its screening guidelines in 2018, recommending that screenings begin at age 45. This recommendation was supported by the U.S. Preventive Services Task Force in 2021. Recent studies published in the Journal of the American Medical Association indicate that screening rates for this age group have increased from approximately 20% in 2021 to around 33% in 2023. However, over one-third of adults aged 45 and older remain unscreened as recommended, highlighting the need for greater awareness and access to healthcare. Furthermore, fewer than 40% of individuals under 50 are currently screened for colon cancer, emphasizing the urgency for outreach and education. Experts note that effective screening is essential, as it can significantly lower mortality rates by detecting and removing precancerous lesions. Common symptoms such as rectal bleeding, abdominal pain, and changes in bowel habits are often overlooked in younger individuals, which can lead to delayed diagnoses. Public health experts urge the recognition of these warning signs and self-advocacy, especially since many diagnosed under 50 do not qualify for routine screenings. There is optimism surrounding the rise in early diagnoses, suggesting that timely screenings may be saving more lives. The findings reinforce the importance of early screening for colorectal cancer and the effectiveness of outreach methods in boosting participation rates. Changes in screening guidelines have led to earlier stage diagnoses, which are crucial for improving survival rates, with 5-year survival exceeding 90% for early-stage colorectal cancer. Innovative screening methods, such as stool-based tests and automatic mailing of test kits, have shown promise in increasing participation, particularly among younger adults. NASA's Europa-Clipper spacecraft is making headlines after successfully testing its Reason radar instrument during a recent flyby of Mars in early March 2025. This critical test not only utilized Mars's gravity for trajectory adjustments, but also allowed the spacecraft to calibrate its instruments over familiar Martian terrain. The Reason radar operated effectively at altitudes ranging from 3,100 miles to 550 miles above Mars, transmitting and receiving data for approximately 40 minutes. During this time, it collected a total of 60 gigabytes of information, which has generated excitement among engineers and scientists. The results from the test will now be analyzed to assess the radar's performance against existing models. Managed by NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, the Europa-Clipper mission involves collaboration with several institutions, including the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory and the University of Texas at Austin. Don Blankenship, the principal investigator from the University of Texas at Austin, expressed satisfaction with the radar's performance, noting that it met all expectations during the Mars flyby. Although the Jet Propulsion Laboratory oversaw the spacecraft's assembly and testing, a larger chamber was required for full radar tests that could not be accommodated on site. Launched in October 2024, the Europa-Clipper is set to travel approximately 1.8 billion miles to study Jupiter and its moons, with an expected arrival in the Jupiter system in 2030. The Mars flyby provided a crucial opportunity for real-world calibration, complementing extensive testing conducted prior to launch in clean rooms and open-air towers. The Reason radar is designed to penetrate Europa's icy shell to detect subsurface water and analyze geological features, contributing to the mission's goal of studying the moon's astrobiological potential. With the radar expected to perform well at Europa, operating as low as 16 miles from the surface, the upcoming mission promises to yield significant insights into one of the most intriguing moons in our solar system. A team of researchers in China has made a significant breakthrough in genome editing with the introduction of programmable chromosome engineering, or PCE systems. This advancement, led by Professor Gao Caixia and detailed in a study published in Cell on August 4, 2025, addresses historical challenges faced by the traditional CRELOC system, particularly its reversible recombination reactions and the complexities involved in engineering sera recombinase. The PCE systems allow for precise DNA manipulations on scales ranging from kilobases to megabases, enhancing the ability to manipulate chromosomes in higher organisms, especially plants. Notable achievements from this technology include the targeted integration of DNA fragments up to 18.8 kilobases, complete replacement of 5 kilobase sequences, and the ability to perform chromosomal inversions and deletions. As a proof of concept, the researchers successfully developed herbicide-resistant rice germplasm by executing a precise inversion of 315 kilobases, demonstrating the potential of this technology for genetic engineering and crop improvement. Additionally, the team introduced ISOREC, a method that optimizes the multimerization interface of CRE, achieving a recombination efficiency 3.5 times higher than the wild-type CRE. To further enhance precision in genetic modifications, a scarless editing strategy using repeg RNA was introduced, which facilitates the seamless replacement of residual lock sites with original genomic sequences. Moreover, they established a high-throughput platform for rapid modification of recombination sites and proposed asymmetric lock site designs that significantly minimize reversible recombination activity. This research marks a crucial advancement in genome engineering, paving the way for precise modifications across a variety of organisms. The study underscores the progress made in overcoming the limitations of the site-specific recombinase CRE-lock system, which has previously constrained broader applications in the field of genetic engineering. This has been your Daily Brief in Science. To read more about these stories, follow the links in the episode bio. You can also subscribe to these updates via email at www.brief.news. For more daily podcasts about the topics you love, visit brief.news/podcasts. Tune in tomorrow. We'll be back with everything you need to know.